I'm Keith Becker from DeDe's Rentals.
And I'm CC Rosas.
Let's talk about how you should budget for property maintenance. The fact is, normally, the age of the property is going to matter. New properties will have much lower expectations of maintenance than older properties. So if you've got a property that was built in 1985, obviously what you should anticipate for expenses on a regular basis is going to be much lower than a property that was built in 1945.
Also, being able to save on a yearly basis. There are percentages. We recommend saving between, 10 to 15% if you have a newer house versus around 20% if your house is older, because you won't be doing as much maintenance typically for a house that is newer versus a house that is older. And at the same time, being able to know that, let's say for 2 or 3 years you don't have any maintenance. However, you have been saving that money on a monthly basis, and then you have to replace a roof, or you have some major siding repairs. There are certain things that can come up and that will spike, and that will end up averaging out the same percentage that you've been saving on a yearly basis.
One of the more intimidating and complex issues associated with property maintenance comes to older properties. Properties built before 1981, you have to be aware of asbestos regulations and remediation. And properties built before 1978, you have to address lead paint. Both of those, whenever you have a complicated project, your responsibility for handling it properly will unfortunately increase maintenance requirements and maintenance costs. Again, that is a fairly complicated issue for a much more in-depth discussion, but you want to be aware of that with older properties. I'm Keith Becker.
I'm CC Rosas.
We're from DeDe's Rentals, and we thank you for listening.